Breaking. Welcome to today's news. Here is the headlines. Anti-corruption enforcement will never work in Nigeria. Jailing corrupt Nigerians will worsen problem. EFCC boss. Anti-corruption enforcement will never work in Nigeria. Jailing corrupt Nigerians will worsen problem. EFCC boss. To my dear listeners, from wherever you are listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news, and please do ensure you like, subscribe and share. Now the details. EFCC Chair Ola Olukoyede says Nigerians' anti-corruption fight focused on enforcement will never work, warning that prosecuting and jailing corrupt people will only worsen the situation. Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, is regarded as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Mr. Olukoyede, who hosted the management team of the National Orientation Agency, NOA, led by its Director General, Lanre Issa Onilu, at EFCC Corporate Headquarters in Jabi, Abuja on Wednesday, said the anti-graft agency under his watch is interested in financial crimes prevention because enforcement has never worked in the past 20 years. Upon my assumption of office, I made it known to Nigerians that one of the key areas that we will pursue seriously and vigorously is the area of prevention. Everything in the anti-corruption fight is not about enforcement. There are policy issues that are involved. It is not all about throwing bombs and chasing people with armored vehicles and machine guns. No, it has never worked, and it will never work. We have been on the path of enforcement for 20 years now. Would anyone tell me that corruption is abating? Mr. Olukoyede said. The EFCC boss added, the more you do, the more progress you make in the area of recovery. In the area of prosecution and conviction of people, the deeper the problem becomes. As you are facing one, people are inventing new areas and getting smarter by the day. And so, we have come to realize that there is actually nothing fundamentally wrong with our people, but that our values have been bastardized over the years and also the system that we run. So I made it known to Nigerians and the entire world that we will pursue the issue of prevention very seriously. To achieve this, Mr. Olukoyede said he had begun amplifying anti-corruption, enlightenment campaigns and establishing institutional structures, noting that the prevention, EFCC will no longer wait for money first to be stolen before it takes action. The EFCC has earned the notoriety of raiding nightclubs and hotels, harassing guests in a clampdown on internet fraudster Yahoo Boys. Similarly, the FCC had on several occasions raided bureaus de change across the country in a bid to halt the naira decline in the international market. To my dear listeners from wherever you listen from, now I've come to the end of our today's news. And now before I go, let's move down to the comment section. The first comment I have is says, why? Is laying because you are afraid of politicians. Another comment which I have says today says, make it possible. Fight it. That's why you were appointed. Make history. Another comment here says, when the head is corrupt, the judiciary is corrupt. There is nothing anybody can do about it. If corruption cannot be a capital punishment in Nigeria, then we are joking. Another comment here says, your submission showed that you are a failure and you know what's going, and you know that going after dog, that chasing is just an antics to cover up your failure, okay? Another comment here says, in my opinion, I think one way we can minimize financial corruption, fraud is from the grassroots. Financial corruption, fraud is from the grassroots. We have to introduce more nation building subjects from primary schools and more vocational, practical schools, then see how we can rehabilitate the ones already infected with corruption disease. Change starts from our mentality and people being able to afford basic needs. It will take a lot. The government has to create financial security for. We need the problem too many serve. Now we've come to the end.